Well, question for you in the audience. If you had a crisis at 3 a.m., who are the three people you could call without feeling like a burden? And when was the last time you actually invested into those specific connections?
3 people. My goodness, do I know 3 people?
This is it. You've got to really look inwards that if it was 3 a.m. and you were in an emergency, who could you call?
Yeah, I'd probably call my dad. It's quite a good one. He usually answers. Maybe if it was like in a problem that was like location specific, I'd probably call you.
I wouldn't answer.
I know, but I'd try.
Try again, and I won't answer. I'll be asleep at 3 a.m.
That's a good point. Or just waking up. No, but like if it was local, I'd need somebody near. I'd wonder where my girlfriend is in all of this. Like, probably wouldn't need to call her. I'd just be like, "Hey, babe, there's a fire." Yeah, who else? I don't really know. They're probably the main two.
So when was the last time you actually invested into those specific connections?
Dad over Christmas, sort of, and then every day I speak to him on the phone, which is quite good. Give him a rundown of everything that's happening, ask him what's happening in his life, how his new year was. So just strengthening that relationship. With you, don't really know, just hang out a lot.
You didn't buy me a Christmas present, you dick.
I got you a card,
Yeah, I didn't do that.
but that was from last year.
Oh. You just broken the fourth wall for me.
Have I?
Yeah.
I swear I told you that when I gave it to you.
Nah,
No.
I would have remembered. But yeah, we're talking about the hill gradient effect. So studies show that when you stand at the bottom of a steep hill with a friend, the hill actually looks less steep to your brain than if you were alone. How wild is that? So this question I posed to you, if it's 3 a.m. and it's a crisis and you need someone, who can you call? And how often do you invest into that relationship is relevant, because you need to invest into these specific connections and relationships to have a foundational trust, support, and a level of vulnerability there as well. Because then when you are standing at the bottom of a hill, either physically or metaphorically, you feel like you can approach that with that person. So you mentioned your dad calls you every day. Would you say frequency is important in building connections?
Yeah, for sure. Frequency, consistency, and I suppose just sort of being there out of service rather than being there for you.
What do you mean by out of service rather than there for you? Because I think that's a perfectly valid point, but I think people need to understand what that means to be of service.
It means you don't necessarily have an agenda. It's like you're there to listen to the other person, see what's happening in their life. It's just you're on like a fact-finding, information source gathering sort of mission, rather than just trying to dump all your stuff on somebody else.
So being there for someone with no expectation of reward, almost. So volunteer your time towards people that are going through a difficult time, help people move, offer your help to friends, family, neighbors with like work out in the front garden, cleaning, shopping, being of service if someone has fallen unwell and they live by themselves, they need someone to cook for them. So small things, those small gestures, can be big or small, ironically, just building connections with people. So I suppose it's being present, listening, frequency, consistency. I think there's an element of you've got to show a genuine interest as well in that person. I would hope with this person you feel connected, you are showing a genuine interest, but we're not going to bond if you don't show any interest in the things I'm interested in and vice versa. I think half the things you talk about are BS, but I pretend to listen and you love it.
Yeah.
You lap it up.
I do. I enjoy fake interest.
When you talk about YouTube, I pretend to listen.
I know. No, you're pretty good at listening.
I should hope so. But yeah, it's also expressing positivity, I think, is really important with building connections, because I think that's often missed as well. So like saying thank you, offering compliments, showing appreciation, just supporting people. You're showing people how you want to be loved as well. Like if I do something well and you celebrate me or say you're proud of me or whatever it might be, it's going to make me feel good. And vice versa, if you do something good that you're proud of, you want the person to meet you where you're at rather than going, oh, cool, I had dinner yesterday. You know, it's going to completely demoralize you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Might do. But yeah, so building connections is super important. So the hill gradient effect, as we mentioned. So science has proven that your brain actually distorts physical and physicality reality based on who is standing next to you. If you're facing a steep hill alone, your brain perceives it as more daunting than if your friend is by your side. So let's talk about why doing it alone isn't just lonely, it's scientifically harder. Have you ever had a goal that felt impossible one day, but then you talked it through with your partner and suddenly it felt like a walk in the park, or that burden felt a little less hard?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Have you?
No, I handle all my problems like an adult.
Nice. Like a man.
Yeah.
I just man up and deal with them.
Yes.
No, so I quite often get hyper stressed about YouTube and everything I need to be doing on there. And then I'll speak to my dad at the end of the day.